Meanwhile, there's more breaking news which is coming in from IPS officer D Roopa. She says that hacking EVMs is impossible. All IAS officers in state and administrative services all over the country know that EVMs cannot be hacked because during polls they work as returning officers and assistant returning officers. With all of them jeopardize their job by allowing hacking? Can all of this be bought over? Well, there you have a reaction coming in from an IPS officer, and this is, of course, in reaction to what 22 opposition parties have been claiming, that apparently EVMs are being rigged and hacked by the ruling dispensation. Let me go across to Deepak. Deepak, someone like D Roopa, of course, has been in the crosshairs of the political administration. Quite interestingly, her coming out with a tweet such as this. Is it being endorsed by the IPS officers as well?
Well, it's a personal opinion, but definitely adds another perspective to this entire debate around the EVMs. Now, a fair point that is being mentioned here is that, the assistant returning officers or the returning officers themselves are from usually, more often than not, from the state administration itself, which the election commission appoints. Now, these are officers who consistently work with the government, for example, here in Karnataka with the Congress and the JDS combined. Now, are these officers going to go against, the government itself and the leaders who they report to? That's the question that she's raising, and probably a valid one as well. But nonetheless, several other issues have been raised by the opposition leaders about the EVMs, not just in terms of them being hacked. Also, the demand for VVPATs and also ballot boxes is now on the rise. But with an IPS officer now saying that it cannot be manipulated, it's definitely adding another perspective.
Well, absolutely. An IPS officer, D Roopa, coming out and making this statement. Thank you so much, Deepak, for joining us. Remember, all of this due to the reactions which have been coming in from the opposition parties time and again. They went first to the Supreme Court. Later on, they went to the Election Commission, which is currently looking at their demands as well. But repeatedly, it has been rejected. Yet their demand that EVMs are being rigged and hence ought to be looked into are still continuing.